Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's special broadcast, the Team Heroes Hype All-Star Brawl. I am super excited to see some of the biggest names in the North American meta coming here together to become Team Tryhard versus Team Beefy. I'm the four-core jester. With me here, longtime partner who's been a little absent lately, Mr. Kevin Naki. Welcome back to the stream, sir.
Well, geez, now you make me feel bad about life. Yeah, hey
you
guys,
should feel bad. You haven't done Heroes in ages.
Sorry, I apologize. I've still done some Kings of the Storm and stuff like that. Well, I'm sure a lot of people who are involved in esports know real life gets in the way sometimes. And the flip side of things is that I've been ridiculously busy with everything else in my life. So unfortunately, Heroes had to take a backseat for just a couple of weeks. But I'm back in here for the All-Star Show match, the All-Star Brawl, as we were talking about before. Team Beefy versus Team Tryhard. Now, this is going to be a best of three. We're just having a lot of fun. In a lot of ways, I kind of consider this like the way we cap off the alpha portion of the game, because as everyone knows, on Tuesday we are going to be entering closed beta for Heroes of the Storm, and the population of the game is going to start increasing like mad soon, and there's going to be millions of new players that are going to get their hands on the game and will be trying their hand at competitive play. So to me, this really represents kind of who was the best of the alpha, if you ask me.
Not entirely too sure millions is the way to put for the beta, but at the same time, yes, we are going to have bigger amounts of people. Some bigger names are going to be coming into this. Ranked next week, Thrall next week, Sky Temple next week. It's an amazing week next week. It's just like the Heroes overload. I cannot handle it. But today, we're basically going to be saying goodbye to this patch. And before we do Thrall, I'm hoping we're going to see a Murky tonight, because Team Tryhard and Beefy are composed of some of the best players. Who are those players? Who are our players tonight, sir?
Well, our players tonight on Team Tryhard, that's going to be headed up by Zuna from Cloud9 Maelstrom. He's going to be joined by Arthalon from Symbiote Gaming, Quipsy from 2Arc, Soldier from Symbiote, and iDream from Cloud9 Vortex. Now, the opposite team, Team Beefy, named so because they have so many freaking warrior mains on their team. They have Dreadnought from Symbiote. They have Kenma from Cloud9 Maelstrom, Glaurung from Glorious, Dunk Train from Cloud9 Maelstrom, and Bobby Hank Hill from Cloud9 Vortex. So a lot of Cloud9 members here, but really just a sampling of the best players that have played the game of the alpha so far. I'm looking forward to this. There was also a great interview by the Eye on the Storm folks, Gillyweed and Anna Prosser. If you guys haven't checked that out, you can certainly check it out on YouTube or on their Twitch channel. And they went through and interviewed the captains from these two teams, and we got an idea of how seriously they're going to take it, with them saying that we're probably going to see lots of Lily, Sergeant Hammers, and Murkies, is what they said.
Come on, Murky. So, you can do it, Murky.
As we can tell, tonight is only the most serious and professional of esports for Heroes of the Storm, clearly.
Yep. Clearly, yeah, exactly right. So Lily's, we've seen her once. Sergeant Hammer's actually got a really big resurge, and if iDream's in here, and he is, it's, I wouldn't be too surprised to see him actually pick up the hammer. But, bring back the ETCs, bring back the Lilies. Start showing us more Tassadars now that he's fallen off. Where's Anubarak? Where's my boy Anubarak? Where's Diablo, Maybe tonight will be the night of nights, but
I hope so. I really do. I want to see some crazy picks here. I want to see something ridiculous like in Iliad, Hunt plus ETC, like ridiculous cross map. Let's just jump on people and
everybody
see if we can insta-give them kind of comps. Like, I want to see ridiculous stuff tonight. So, and I think they're considering, even though I think they're about to move into picks, they were seriously considering a 5v5 hammer only for a while.
Well, you might want to actually tell them they are supposed to draft, and we can't do 5v5 hammer only.
I know.
That would be amazing. Could you imagine 5-bullet bills just right through something? Like level 20s, awesome. No keeps would live at level 20.
Could you imagine a 5v5 hammers, and when they get the level 20 talent and they're just orbiting the map constantly, there's just 10 guns flying. Oh, man, I'd be so happy.
It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. But not tonight. Not tonight. All right, they are starting up this draft, so I say let's get to it, Mr. Kevin Naki.
The target ban's already coming out here, so on Team Tryhard, they're going to ban Lily. Dunk Train is just ticked off about this, saying that's a target ban. Dreadnought comes right back on Team Beefy and says, all right, well, Sergeant Hammer is knocked out, so no Lily, no Sergeant Hammer, and I'm so sad.
Dang. That Lily, she needs that debut, man. It's all about the Lily Chen team. There's a hidden OP special called the Family between them because they're related and all that. So you put them on the same team and you can't lose. That's pretty much how that's supposed to work. But
I'm
yeah,
totally good with that. Oh,
well,
man.
So was Tryhard until they banned it.
Sorry, so what do we got here? So everyone's queuing up as Gazlo, Murky, or ETC. I'm good with that. Let's see if that trend continues. Yes. First pick, Murky.
Dun, dun,
for
dun.
Tryhard.
Damn, man, it is good to be alive today because bringing a Murky here into the front. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have actually done Murky in solo queue, but I can attest Nick Hotz has one of the best solo queue Murkies I've ever seen. So if these guys are anything close to him, we might actually see a new meta define.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here at the All-Star Brawl,
new meta
gentlemen.
Tonight, yeah.
We're defining the new meta before the giant patch hits and everything inevitably changes.
Also, pretty hype, 200 viewer hype for Wednesday afternoon on a new channel. You guys are bloody awesome. You know that? You know that? Yeah, I think. Coming out here, Gazlo and Diablo. Bam, bam, bam. This is the old school Wombo, man. This is the old school, very early patch. You go Apocalypse into Grav Bomb or vice versa. You throw more stuns on top of it, and then Diablo just gets all nasty with it. Yeah, I haven't seen that in ages.
And I'm so disappointed, I have to say, because Zuna, the next pick for Team Tryhard, chooses Tychus.
Yeah, but Dunk is contesting it. I don't know if we're allowed to contest it, but he's contesting it anyway.
Tychus Falstad. All right.
Oh,
Kenma is so upset, saying report the team. So now we have a Murky Tychus Falstad versus Gazlo Diablo so far. And Diablo's one of those heroes that I know the problems with his kit. I know the problems that players have with him right now. I still want to see more play out of him. People that actually abuse his Black Soulstone. I honestly think that there's a possibility there for real competitive play.
But at the same time, they're named Team Tryhard, man. They gotta try hard today.
With a first pick Murky, apparently.
New meta, I am calling it. You are going to be so impressed with this Murky today that we're going to see him pop up in solo queue. He's going to be free next week. There's not going to be a Thrall week. It's going to be Murky week 2 next week.
Okay.
All because of this pick.
So why is Nick Hotz Murky so good in solo queue then? Like you said, he's got one of the best out there. This is going to be meta defining. What makes his Murky so good? What does he do that other people don't?
He doesn't throw his life away, ever. He gets in, does the damage, gets the sieges, does the Octograb thing, and people die. It's just like the Octograb combo on top of upgraded pufferfish and slimes is actually really ridiculous.
All right. Well,
yeah, there you go.
We will see. Of course, he does grant quite a bit of experience now if you kill him. More picks coming in. So on the other side, we had Zeratul Uther for Team Beefy. Those are starting to sound like real picks now. Zeratul and Uther are both good. Uther, of course, the most widely picked support usually. Down a little bit further, we have Brightwing and Muradin for Team Tryhard, I should say. I was about to say Cloud9 there for a second.
Yeah, not quite. It's Team Tryhard. And Tryhard is, that's a pretty decent draft, especially for Cursed Hollow, because, you got the double mobility. Muradin with his bugged regen is pretty awesome right now. And, of course, Tychus in the back is just going to be Odining things. But it's all about the Murky, man. Cursed Hollow, you're never going to find his egg. The map is so bloody big.
I was actually wondering about Muradin, though. I was sitting here thinking, okay, well, Muradin has obviously been banned in the competitive scene for good reason because he has absurd base life regen right now. But, is he still okay in this? And apparently he is. You just stacked the two best champs on Cursed Hollow with him, Brightwing and Falstad, and then you have an undefeatable team. So there you go.
Yeah, well, this is adding a valid to the end of all that. We do have our undefeatable teams. I don't know which one's really actually going to come out ahead of this one. Now, Diablo, I like because you just don't really see him at all. Gazlo, again, this is an original Wombo, but Merklord, man, we could actually see Merklord in this map because of that Gazlo pickup. And we have no recourse for that here for the Tryhard. So they're going to have to try really hard against some of those Merklorded minions coming down their lane.
Can you imagine this combo, though? Furious D comes in with the Void Prism. Then we have Diablo's Apocalypse timing right after it finishes. Yep. Uther hits with the Divine Hurricane. Yep. Then Gazlo throws his Wombo on top of it. And oh, by the way, Vol is just I guess I'm strafing the entire time.
It is the Wombo of Wombos, sir. And, if this is a Glorong Zeratul, which I highly suspect it is, this could be a very devastating kind of kill. This is a very devastating kill comp right there. But if you'd like to give them the go-ahead, sir, we are ready to roll. All 10 are there, which means we're going to jump into Game 1 of this best of 3 of the All-Star Brawl. Cursed Hollow is the map. So there's no Stitches, there's no Chen, no Arthas, none of those bigger, beefier body blockers that we normally see. We got no hooks from the Stitches. We do got the mobility with the Brightwing and the Falstead, so that is kind of coming back into this a little bit because it is a big map, as we said. But, you know, overall, I like these drafts. I think it's the right amount of try-hard, the right amount of silly.
Yes, there is a little bit of me, though, that wishes it would have been pure troll comps, because I would love to see because, like, here's the thing about watching professional players goof around. Even when they're goofing around, they still try to win. So, like, there's always this point in these sort of fun matches where, like, they lose the, hey, we're just having fun, and they go to do ridiculous over-the-top stuff. And I love seeing that with weird team comps. So I would have loved to have seen something like an all-global comp or something like that, just to see how they actually end up try-harding with it in the match itself.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a best of three, sir. We still have at least one more game after this that, you know, maybe if they're listening, they'll take it to heart. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. After all this as well, by the way, guys, we are going to be joined by Quibsy here on the mic to talk a little bit about the games as we finish them up. But right now, let's get things started, Mr. Gavinaki. On the left-hand side here, you guys know him a little bit here from some of the matches in the ESL Cups, HPLs, the Kings of the Storm, the ESV Leagues. It is Team Tryhard, and they are not trying very hard to do a dance ceremony at all. But Arthalon, Quibsy, Zuna, SO1 Deer, and iDream on the right wing.
That's right. And over here on the right-hand side, we have Team Beefy. Up at the top, we have Furious D. He's going to be playing Zeratul. We have Dunk Train on Gazlo Kenma. On Diablo, and down in bot lane, Dreadnought, sporting that Uther with that beautiful, beautiful money pig, and Bobby Hank Hill on Vala.
It's all about the money pig, man. Just like, if you don't have a money pig, what are you doing with your life? I used to say that I don't have a money pig, so I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
I don't either. I just use the Nexus Charger for everything, because the Nexus Charger is unequivocally the coolest mount in the game. I don't care. It just is.
Yeah, I'm looking at Zuna, and he's showing it off pretty good with those little dwarf legs of his. But Zuna is actually going to be up top. Looks like Soldier's actually going to be holding down the mid up against the Dunk Train Gazlo. What is this? I expected Gazlo bottom. But Bobby Ankill and Dreadnought have to deal with the murky pressure in the bottom lane with Quibsy there to back him up.
Yeah, and we'll see what they can do. Arthalon doing a nice little job of actually just juking everything as Murky so far. He's actually gotten in some pretty good damage, but you've been able to retain his life basically the entire time he's been contesting this. So good pressure going for
Oh my god, is Zuna actually going to get that 2v1 kill? Zuna's a god. Survives the 2v1 and is now going head-to-head with Zeratul, who is having the heck of a time dealing with the dwarf.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there's this fun problem with Muradin right now, where Muradin has... Oh, God, Gaslit goes down in mid, jeez. Where Muradin has ridiculous base life regen right now, to the point where he is completely broken in every competitive instance. And actually, we're going to have a 4-man game down here at bot. No, actually, it was just 3-man. Brightwing decided to warp like 2 feet and didn't get anything done with it. Phase shift unsuccessful, and Team Tryhard get pushed back.
You know what? Seeing Arthalon on some of the weirdest picks that we've ever seen in competitive, now on a Murky, I'm calling it, man. Like, people are going to take this build to heart. You're going to see Murky solo queue all next to it. Here he comes for, again, the return kill on top of Dunk Train with the help of Soul L1 Dia, but they don't actually grab it. And Arthalon, oh, the return kill with that Arc turret. Oh, that's all right. The fish will be back in 5.
It will be. And Soldier's continuing to push him mid there. Dunk Train does take a lot of damage, but he's Gazlo. He'll just sit back and farm with his laser if he has to. Down in bot, looks like Arthalon trying to make his way back in. They stun up Dreadnought for a while, then just turn around and insta-give him with 2 hits.
Yeah, never mind. I take it all back. This Murky sucks.
Well, I mean, what's his build? Clearly, that's the problem. He's got a Salt Egg?
He has a Salt Egg, yeah.
And Bigger Slime. Okay, a Salt Egg's pretty awesome.
All right, where's Nick Hotz? I am not an expert whatsoever on Murky builds, but Bigger Slime looks okay to be, increased area of application. Now, programming the Heroes Fire stuff for Murky was actually a chore because his skill is one of the only skills that actually stacks on top of each other against opponents, and it stacks for 250% if you can hit a slimed opponent with slime. So it becomes like a ridiculous amount of damage, but it's not like a consistent gain. It's just, times 2.5. of whatever the damage is at the time, which is actually like a really good assassin kind of kill mechanic. But, you know, if you die, like Arthlon's been doing, you're not going to get it off. And, well, did he die to creeps?
I believe he did, as a matter of fact. So thank you for taking this game to heart. I appreciate that, Dunk Train. See, that's the kind of spirit that we're looking for here. Die to creeps all the time.
Hydrin bribed it.
Oh my god, and they're going to steal Knights here in a second. Dreadnought comes over. Arthlon kills him. Here comes the fly-in from Soldier. They're trying to go after Bobby Hank Hill. He'll die as well.
Dunk returns.
Train comes up. Does he have enough? No! And Dunk Train's going to die too.
Yeah, Victorious D is there. He blinks in. Finally, they get the kill on top of the Brightwing, but everybody dies to the Murky. I told you, Murky, top tier right now. 4 kills right there.
Man, I gotta say too, like I've never taken a salt egg in my life, and I was just looking at it. That vision is actually pretty impressive. Not that I would ever want my egg to be the destructible ward in the middle of the map, but that's awesome.
Holy crap, that is like, yeah, that's like an upgraded Zagara creep tumor right there. My goodness. That's an impressive amount of vision. You're right. I didn't actually notice that. I didn't look for it, but C9V, you got a turret. Not a turret. We do got a tribute now coming up here. Quibsy with the first aid, trying to survive this 4-on-1, and he'll do an all right job of it. He was able to kite them out enough for Zuna to come in, get themselves that kill on top of the Gazbo. The body blocks on Dreadnought. He's not going to be getting out of this one. The slime for Arthlon got the kill. It didn't, but I'm going to say it was. You see a little bit of BM there coming out of the iDream, because they're going to now be dealing with Furious D, who has to blink, but he gets polymorphed. He's a crab, man. Crabs can't blink. There we go. He can blink now, but the dwarf jumps him, and that should be a kill, as Falstead apparently drops elsewhere.
All right, not a bad little comeback there for Team Beefy. They lost the first part of that fight, and we're actually down by 2.5 levels. It's now just a level and a half disadvantage, so if they can appropriately guard this with Gazlo's turrets and grab themselves a tribute, they'll look all right.
Well, they're trying. I mean, Kenba in the back there is really trying to get that tribute, but iDream is the one that's going to actually drop. Quibsy gets the return kill for the one-on-one. Zuna is dueling 2v1 there in the back. Bobby Hank-Hill does not know what to do with this little dwarf, but Kenba does. He just tosses him over his shoulder, but here comes the Avatar because the ults are out. We do got an Octo Grab ready to go. Come on, Arthlon. Show us the Octo Grab, buddy. You can do it. Just don't do it. No, don't do it in the turret. He got the dunk. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. And dunk goes down yet again.
Yeah, that was literally as unfortunate as it could have been for Team Beefy. They actually won the fight around the tribute there, and they were in position to actually re-engage and win a pretty easy 3v2. But then level 10 happened, and as soon as Heroics went over to Team Tryhard, it was just done from there on out.
Oh no, they killed Murky. Oh, that's right.
They do that a lot, I'm told.
Yeah. Every time I miss a kill, though, I'm just like, no, they killed. Oh, they didn't kill Murky at all. It was the Siege Giant that killed him.
Yeah,
I know. About to do it again.
I hope so. All right, so Team Beefy pushing down bot, but they're losing. Their boss, unfortunately. Team Tryhard takes that. They've got a golem pushing up top, and I don't know what Team Beefy can do about a 4-man push with golem.
Soldier jumps in. He flew all the way over here. He actually got the bribe. Can he kill the dunk? He dies to the dunk and dies to the ult, and dunk will actually take home the Giants to boot. Oh my god. Dunk chain is my heart.
That was silly. And Vala ends up dying as well. I think she was up top there for a little while, just trying to hold off the golem for a bit, but Team Tryhard able to take her out. Back up to a level and a half advantage and pushing hard with this golem. Fortunately for them, though, it looks like Team Beefy trying to make a play at the boss down bot.
All right, let's take a quick look here at Gazlo while he was the star of that fight. Scrap causes the ability to do cooldowns 3 times faster, enemy minions to die. Drop Scrap, an engine gunk for the movement speed reduction on top of the Gravo Bomb. So, we didn't actually get Apocalypse, did we? No, Lightning Breath.
No, Lightning
Breath. So
Breath.
this is not a Wombo comp. I am sad. No Wombo comp.
I am too. I mean, with Divine Storm, Void Prism, you kind of have enough. Soldier just going to get erased down here at the boss. And Team Beefy giving themselves a nice little comeback here. They're going to be able to grab this.
Oh my god, is Dunk going to get this too? Oh, he did! Zuna! And Tyke is actually dropped with the Dunk Train Bobby Hill up top. So while Arthlon dies bottom, the Tryhards lose out their boss. 4 kills on the back of all that in 2 separate lanes. And now Arthlon's going to come in for the revenge kill. The slime is starting to stack up. Here comes iDream, and there goes the Goblin again.
There's just so much Gazlo crap on the ground up there, too. It's just turrets and bombs, and it's annoying. All right, so huge push down bot here for Team Beefy. And this has been widely turned around by their last couple of engagements at the boss and picking off people up top. So they've done a nice little job of turning this game around. Things are basically all tied up, and they're going to try and move it on Zuna right now.
Well, I'm not too sure if they're moving in on Zuna or if Zuna's just trying to move in on them. He has done some pretty gutsy things to that dwarf today, but yeah, I mean, pushing in there with this boss, it's not a very beefy thing to do. It's more of a try-hard thing to do, but you know, there goes the boss. The damage is still being done. Zuna's now going to come in from the back here with iDream, with Arslan. Do we actually have all the ults up? Well, there's going to be the Octograb there on top of Furious D. Quibsy coming in with that damage. Had the Emerald Wind go out there with the iDream as well. There goes the Void Prison, but there's no Gazlo here to follow up. So it's going to be a Lightning Breath instead. Oh, nice stun though from Bobby Hankill. There goes iDream as he drops.
All right, so you know what I was talking about, because I thought it was going to be the Wombo combo into like a big strafe while Vala just sits on the outside. Oh, false stack goes down as well. Soldier getting knocked out in the fight. But hey, I gotta say, I awfully like that Rain of Vengeance is just yet another stun.
Yeah, there's the gravel bomb, but it unfortunately doesn't hit anybody. The gunking turrets are gunking up Zuna repeatedly, and he can't get away from this. Bobby Hankill with the kill. Here comes the laser on top of Quibsy, but there goes Vala as well. Kenma is now just going to keep this guy inside of these turrets and Dunk Train with the skin of his teeth. But Quibsy got the kill. He didn't die. The Diablo actually went down. This is the new Nephilim right here.
Oh man, I think Dunk Train was thinking about risking it, setting up for a big laser. He still is. Oh no, he's not going to be able to get. Okay, I appreciated how intense Dunk Train was with trying to find the kill there. He's not going to be able to get it. He ends up just kind of wasting time. Tribute fight up top here though. Arthlon gets pushed off. iDream coming in to support, and Murky gets killed yet again.
Fish for dinner, guys. Fish for dinner. Now, we do got the bird here with the false stab, but Ken was going to throw him over his shoulder. iDream's there to pick him up, though, and Furious D's trying to get that tribute in the back. Dreadnought is there to support. Arthalon, though, jumps right on top of the Furious D. There goes the Wombo of their own. The Team Tryhards take home the kill on top of Zeratul, and there goes Kenma as well. And now it's all about this classically late Gazlo. He needs to come back into this fight, but he doesn't have a gravel for 20 seconds, so what can they do?
Oh, jeez. Well, apparently...
I saw that.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say we're going to see aerial blitzkrieg as everyone goes down, but that was a very interesting way to start the fight. Divine Storm being used by Uther afterwards, and he's still going to be okay. Dunk Train tries to go for the laser from the side. Oh, and iDream gets away with just a little bit of health left over.
Arthalon gets the kill on top of Vala. Murky top tier right there. Dunk now is going to be a squirrel. iDream's going for it, but the core says no way, Jose. And takes home the kill on the top of the butterfly. Furious D's back up. He's going to go for the kill here on top of Quibsy. The gravel bomb only hit Zuna and Quibsy because Quibsy there was actually becoming an Odin. And Furious D does not... Oh, so I didn't know. If you kill Murky, his Octograb actually still stays there.
I believe so, because I think it's just you activate it and it sets for a certain period of time, so...
Well, that just happened right there. Kenma gets the kill there on top of the Quib. Zuna's now coming back in with the help of Arthalon. Dreadnought is there to help him out, but geez, Zuna is a beast. He's not going down whatsoever. There goes the Diablo again. The Lord of Terror just cannot catch a break today. Now Dreadnought and Bobby Hankill, are they actually just going to ignore Arthalon? No, they're...
That would have been awesome. I was looking forward to that. So, I got to give a shout out. iDream, in 2 fights, the past 2 fights, has actually used a perfect Emerald Wind to isolate only one member of his opponent's team, and then they snag that kill really quick and just dominate the fight. Wow, Vala just got nuked. Octograb used on Dreadnought as well. Do they have enough damage here? There's the Emerald Wind. Dreadnought taking a bunch of damage. He has Uther, so he heals himself up quite a bit. Furious D comes in from the side. Uther ends up dying, but the kill is snagged.
Look at all these turrets, though. Like, Dunk Train with the turrets is trying to set up shop, and Team Tryhard's like, yeah, we're not doing this. They found the Murky Egg, though. The Murky Egg. The Murky is vulnerable. You can see the quest mark on top of him. If you're in World of Warcraft, everybody knows what that means. You just go kill him. But Dunk there, once again, with the gravel bomb. Furious D's thinking about it, but instead he gets got out there by the Tychus. Here comes the Lord of Terror once more. But Arthon's got to play really careful with that one because he doesn't have an egg.
And you just said the words of why I love this game so much. Here comes the Lord of Terror. Because, I just like saying that. Unfortunately, the Lord of Terror is dead.
Murky's down.
Murky
53
well.
seconds. They did it. Furious D.
A real Murky kill. What has he been building besides
took him
this?
to the
Oh, it's
point.
an all slime build.
It is an all slime build. Holy crap. Decreases the cooldown. Slime is used on death, the increased slow amount, and then the increased area of effect. I was actually surprised I didn't see a pufferfish build, because with all the CC available, like to both teams, pufferfish, like with the 400% damage later on, do some amazing things.
Jeez, especially when you're playing with a Muradin as well. Anyway, iDream gonna take some big damage. Ouch. Can't even really get off the Emerald Dream, just instantly evaporates. And this has been 2 tributes now gone in favor of Team Beefy. So if they can snag a third one in a curse, they might be able to even this back up again.
There it is.
Tryhard comes in from the side though. It's a pretty good point for him. Only Zuna left over.
Rain of Vengeance, yeah, it's not going to catch him. It's actually going to be the barrel roll there from Soldier, but Furious D picks it up. Quibsy did get caught by 1, and now he's going to get real low, but now it's time for the Odin Avatar combo. Can these guys actually get defeated? Kenva's going to try his best. There is a stun on top of Kenva from Gazlo. They are going to actually bring down Quibsy really low. Furious D with the auto attack and the blink to safety, but I don't think the dwarf's going to let him, but the wormhole. The sneaky wormhole lets him live. And now Arthalon is there. They have to know that the egg is somewhere close because of his quick return. But Kenva is actually going to get real low. There goes the Murky. Can they actually see that egg? They can't. Diablo's down. Suna is a beast, man. He just does not drop. Dunk knows that it's right there, and he's going to get that kill. But 3-on-1, the Gazlo is a trader, not a fighter, and he goes down.
Yeah, unfortunately. But Arthalon with his quest marker above him, no one's going to be able to come in and take him out. 1 keep down right now on the Team Beefy side, so there are catapult minions pushing across the map, which means with a very concerted push, especially on the back of this boss here up top, Team Tryhard should be able to push in and start contesting the actual core here soon enough. Looks like Furious D coming up from the side, though, takes a check of things. Murky had just gotten out of there. Where is Murky's new egg at?
He hasn't put one down yet.
He hasn't put one down, okay.
He's thinking about it. He's actually going to try to hide it in the trees, because the minimap doesn't show it at all if it's under the trees. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
See, look, I can barely see it when I zoom in. Oh, I see an eye. I see an eye. It's enough. Yeah, level 20 now for the Tryhards. They go right here on top of Bobby Hank Hill. Murky, however, does drop. Look at that Void Prison. He actually stops it just in time for that last wave of the Rain of Vengeance. But Furious D is going to get jumped on by the Goomba Stomp. Zuna's now Super Mario in avatar form. Kenva's going to drop very quickly there, and Dreadnought is going to be dying into devoted service himself. If you take a look, Uther actually does have holy devotion.
Dude, and you see Soldier's sweet upgraded aerial blitzkrieg there? Like, that's just something you don't get to see on a regular basis from
Nobody ever
Falstad.
takes it.
I know, so it was just fun to watch. But Soldier Man doing work with Bribe and aerial blitzkrieg this game.
Yeah, Bribe, Aerial Blitzkrieg, and Team Tryhards are actually poised here to take a first game. If you guys haven't seen it, it is called Preparation. Faster, 50% faster cast, and a shield as you're actually winding that up. Arthalon is getting hit here by the core. He's going to try to take out the dunk. Does actually do it. That bubble coming up pretty big there for the fish. And now the core is starting to lose hit points there. I don't think Bobby Hankill has the guts to do this, and he doesn't.
Nope, and I think that's going to be game 1 in favor of Team Tryhards. After they start with a Murky first pick, they go for 4 truly Tryhard picks right after that, including a hero that's banned in competitive play. But whatever you guys got to do for the win, huh?
As I said, Murky, top tier, you could not deny the usefulness of that fish in that game.
That's true. And with the horrible targeted bans of Lily and Sergeant Hammer, it's only natural, of course, that Murky is the first pick. So
Murky, Tychus, Falstad, Brightwing, and Uber Dwarf at the end there. The dwarf that doesn't die.
Jeez. And I'm sure you guys were watching him, 2v1ing people the entire early game, no problem. That's kind of what Muradin does nowadays.
It kind of is. Yeah. And yeah, that early game, he did get ganked by the Zeratul and the Diablo, but he was able to turn it around 2v1 and got themselves a kill. It was mighty impressive, to say the least. And there we go. Mr. Kevin's now back on the stream. So game 1 in the bag, All-Star Brawl. The Tryhards, maybe because they're trying very hard, takes game number 1 over top of Beefy. And, Beefy, they brought out Diablo, and they brought out Uther, And that was it. That was the end of the beef. I mean, it didn't live up to the name whatsoever.
No, not really. In fact, only taking one beefy character, maybe two, if you want to call Luther that. So
Luther walks away. Yeah.
I want them to be like, I want them to live up to their namesake for fun. We should have seen a 5 warrior build there, and there should have been no exceptions to that. So.
5 warriors against 5 supports. Go.
Dude, I'm down for that. Constant heals versus teams that never die. I'm on board. 15-minute team fights.
God, some of those team fights did feel like 15 minutes. Just like you don't really see a lot of these interactions. I mean, Gazlo coming in with the turrets really do add up a lot of damage over time. And then Murky, every time he dies, just comes back like, God damn it, it's Murky again. God, or I got rid of him. Or 5 seconds later, yeah, it's Murky again. Ah. Thanks, Blizzard. Best hero ever.
Dude, it was like when they were developing that hero, though, it was so fun just to listen to people and they'd be like, can this actually work? Like, can we do this with a hero? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Then they beta tested it and everyone said, damn it, it works so well.
He is a fun hero to play if you've never tried him before. He is takes a special breed of player to main him, though.
Trixler. Oh, I know he has Masters Murky there somewhere. We're gonna take a quick break. Next map is gonna get set up. And when we return, game 2, try hard and beefy here for the Heroes Hype All-Star Brawl.